that it has a lot to offer. Um, and what I'm looking forward to more, and this might be a little branch off of what you're talking about, what I'm looking forward to more from my end is XRP being the rails, and regardless of whether it's being the main use case in its own regard for cross border transactions and other stuff. There's a lot of partnerships that went on where, like for instance, Ondo, they'll be using XRP's rails pretty much, for lack of better terms, to run faster, and run what they're doing, which is RWAs. And so that's where I'm kind of like, I'm still in it for a long haul because regardless if they're going to be doing it and replacing Swift or not, they can still be used on the back end for a lot of other stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. At the same time, I feel like the direction that everything is moving towards is CBDCs. I think stablecoins, CBDCs will be the future. Maybe not right now, but that's what the majority of countries want. Just because our country has that legislation right now, that executive order becomes null and void in 1 year from now. So that could just be a ploy to get markets pumping, get things happening. I'm very skeptical. I want to
Yeah.
believe that it's going to
No, I
have
get that.
its utility and do what it's going to do. At the same time, I'm not blind to the fact of where things are actually going, and I see the death of coins. I see the death of coins coming, but I see that the coins are going to be useful as far as their utility, whereas like XRP will be used for gas fees for RLUSD, and that's what its utility will be. They no longer need it to be for cross border transactions because RLUSD can do the same function. However,
Okay.
with real world assets being tokenized, that is a token that will hold its value over a long period of time because it actually has something backing it other than fiat money. It's real things. Take Algo, for instance. If you watch the Crypto Summit video, she stated like people who live in an apartment building can't have solar panels, because they're not on the top floor. They don't have the ability to do that. However, they can own a portion of said, you know, solar panel in the desert and get that same usefulness and utility from having a solar panel just by owning a tokenized version of it. And I think that's a great example of something real in the world that people need that not everybody can own because they don't have the uh, land or infrastructure to support these things. So I believe that that is the future of tokens, and I I do think currencies will be useful, like XRP for gas fees and certain things like that. But the true thing that is going to uh, be the digital currency will be stable coins. And I feel like you know the only thing that's really gonna grow over the next 5 to 10 years will be those real world assets.
I hear you. Yeah. You know, I think this is why also community is good because you get to share your thoughts. I share my thoughts. But honestly, what you're saying is pretty convincing. I'm not saying it's not within the realm of my believing it. Like I think eventually we definitely will head towards CBDCs. Um, yeah, CBDC uh, for sure, especially as more government control wants to come into play.
That's the whole point of
I
it.
believe we're in the, yeah, I believe you and I are very much in the same belief, and we believe that all things will eventually come down to one currency, one leader.
Yep.
And in order for that to happen, CBDCs make sense. I mean, you have one major government or bank that's a hand of the government, basically leading the way. You can't
Right.
buy this, you can buy that. Oh, you
So
use your money on this, your insurance got canceled.
yeah, so I
You
feel
know,
like if you're looking for a a currency, the currency will be a CBDC or a stable coin, and that's why Ripple is pushing to get um, Circle. That is why Coinbase is pushing to get Circle. That is why the first legislation we're getting out is based off of stable coins. The writing's on the wall. And if you're looking for currencies right now, I think that the establishment has decided it wants um, digital currencies that are backed by something. And I think the big problem with Bitcoin is that it's not, we all know here that Bitcoin is basically backed $1 for every $100. I think is somewhere around the calculation because of Tether coin and that scandal.
Yikes.
And I believe that this legislation getting passed is the first step to that regulation. And with regulation comes investigation. And that is going to be the fall of Bitcoin. I do think, these currencies will serve a role in the ecosystem, and there will be a part for it. And I think of it as an ecosystem. All these different coins are going to serve different utilities and different things, but it's not going to be an end all be all for XRP like in the SEC proposal. It's not going to go down like that. It will be an ecosystem. They'll all kind of work and interchange through each other and possibly use, the ledger for those types of exchanges, which will give it some value. But XRP's real value comes from the people that hold it, not from the liquidity that flows through it, because it's like trying to fill a bucket with no bottom in it. That's the
Yeah.
problem. It will move it upward, but I don't think it will see those $10,000 prices that people want because of that reason. So that's why I'm leaning more towards Ondo and Algo right now as the next big players in everything. Anything real world assets is going to be huge because those will be backed by hard assets. So I invest not only into crypto and the stock market, but I also invest into this business. I own several businesses. I own land. I have a 25-acre farm here. I have a massive classic car collection. I like to hold real world assets because I know some people would say that my classic cars are a liability and not an asset. But because I have the ability to maintain them, I see them as an asset and they do grow value over time. So
Exactly. Depends if
diversification,
you're using it as a daily driver.
well, I mean, I drive the Corvette daily, that's my daily. But I have other cars too. I have too many cars. I got Jeeps and dune buggies and all kinds of shit. Um, but having something real and tangible, I think that's why that's such a big thing, is because I want to hold something that I know is of value and is backed by something other than fiat.
I agree with you, man. I completely agree.
What's up, Big Baller?
How's
Did you have a
it
question?
going?
Big Baller is a big supporter. Are you there? He's coming to Vegas as well. Maybe it was by mistake. I'll take you down. A lot of
So
requests have been flying in to come on. But yeah, real
that's
world
good.
assets, guys. That is, dang, we're at 100,000 likes, 0.1 million likes. Thank you guys so much for the support.
Nice.
Appreciate you. We got to about 200,000 day before yesterday. So thank you guys for the
That's
support.
awesome, man.
Yeah, we got like 250 on yours today. I was liking away, but I was nowhere near hitting 15K likes.
the Mr. Coldwell, it got to 23K.
Wow, that's
I'm like,
magnificent.
dude, how is your finger gonna fall off? Like, it's insane.
I know,
Red's
right?
fingers get tired after 500.
I know, and I was double tapping like crazy. I'm like, yeah, bro. Hey,
My question to you, good.
no, go ahead. Go. I'll shout it out later.
Um, the Bitcoin dilemma, Tether dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I always ask myself the question: why is it such a hush hush? And I tend to believe that especially leadership in the U.S. are pushing Bitcoin because they want other countries to pour their wealth into it. Once they do that, dump it, and then the U.S. will be the one that probably dumps it, sending it into some other asset or other avenues, causing other countries to now be lower on the totem pole and the U.S. to be higher. A classic rug pull.
Right.
That's my personal thoughts as far as what's a very possible scenario, and
Right.
Tether being the catalyst.
And I think that lines up with something I was going to bring up is Satoshi. Satoshi Nakamoto means Central Intelligence Agency. And, that in Japanese anyway, if the CIA is holding the massive wallet, holding on to it, I don't trust that whoever created Bitcoin is just some random guy that selflessly is holding all this Bitcoin in his wallet and will never sell it. Whoever is
What a
holding
great
that,
guy.
yeah, they're just waiting for the right moment. And it's probably not even one guy. It's probably an agency, a company, something that has it. And I think you're right. It's going to be the biggest rug pull in crypto history. Will be Bitcoin, and
World
yeah,
world history.
and I think you're right. They want other countries to throw everything into it. They want to push the narrative on Bitcoin as well. And you know, I think it's right here. We have a news article. No, maybe. Oh, maybe this is it. Um, yeah.
If you've
So I
experienced it yourself as well, anytime I make videos about that, they usually either get super low views, low engagement, or it's just like they disappear. It's
yeah,
just like, what is going on here?
we lost 20 viewers because we started talking about it. Um, so yeah, that it is a real thing.
Sometimes.
But look at this: a Ripple CEO
No, no.
snubbed by Loomis. XRP FUD fuels crypto drama. On May
Yep.
19th, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse revealed on X that the high stakes meeting with Senator Cynthia Loomis, chair of the Digital Assets Subcommittee, was abruptly canceled, sending shockwaves through the crypto X. Speculation erupted, with many pointing to Loomis' son in law, Will Cole, a vocal Bitcoin maximalist, known for reporting anti-Ripple content as a potential influence behind the snub, fueling fresh waves of XRP FUD. The timing of this canceled meeting only fuels the fire as it coincides with alleged behind-the-scenes negotiation between Circle and Ripple, with the latter attempting to buy the former. Another company interested in buying Circle is Coinbase, a company that also gets along, blah, 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 right? And read what it's, let's see, I think it's right here. Here it is. So Brad Garlinghouse posted this on X, and Joe Consorti says, "You did this to yourself. A lifetime of bashing Bitcoin and shilling your pre-mined central bank token has locked you into a zero credibility prison of your own making. No amount of lobbying will change this, Brad." But
That's insane. I didn't see that. I didn't see that one. I've heard about the Loomis snub, and but I didn't know about the guy trying to make it seem like Brad's over here fudding Bitcoin all the time.
right, and I think part of it is there may have never been a firm appointment, and Brad Garlinghouse seems to conveniently post out news on his X or whatever, his interviews, uh, to continue when it looks like XRP was forming this head and shoulders, comes out and does this to turn it around, because the end of the month is coming up and it's in Ripple's best interest to have the value higher when they go to sell it. And
Very true.
I think that it is a possibility that it was never a firm appointment or agreement. You know, obviously this is speculation. I do not know this, but I see the writing on the
You
wall.
know Brad personally.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know, I'm seeing a trend. Every time the market should take a dump on XRP, Brad comes out and says something, or posts some little thing like this, and that's the issue is it's fueling this drama, this nonsense of whatever's going on, uh, to make this bifurcation between XRP and Ripple. We got a fact checker wants to come in and speak real quick. Let's give her the floor. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm not trying to be rude, but how long, since Brad just keeps lying, is he going to lose the faith of the people that are investing in his coins before they decide, okay, this guy is a liar? I'm tired of it. He's just using us to pump the market and pull money out and making so much money off these people. How long until everyone goes, you know what? I want nothing to do with this. I'm switching to another crypto. This isn't worth my time. Just a question. How would that go?
I agree with that sentiment, and I think partially that may be because uh, XRP is no longer useful. It really doesn't have the use case that is intentional, and what's going on is that I believe that this is the death of not cryptocurrency, but crypto tokens, crypto coins, um, over the next several years, and the move towards stable coins that are backed by gold or some other type of asset. And you know, the it's just become a trend. Every time we're supposed to be getting a drop because we know, like when the Fed was going to come out with the report that they weren't lowering interest rates. I knew that. If you were watching the show, you knew it wasn't going to get dropped. And obviously they knew it as well. But the regular people, everyone thought interest rate drop was coming. That's not coming anytime soon. Maybe November if we're lucky. But there's no indication that rates are going to drop, and they know that that is detrimental on the market. So what happens the day before that happens? He comes out with some news that the case is over when it's not, to drive the market up. And I think it's intentional because they're trying to offload as much XRP while it's at its highest that it's ever been, to basically cash out. What do you think?
Like I personally don't necessarily believe that is basically the death of like coins. Personally, I mean, we'll find out eventually, right?
Right.
But for me personally,
Let me clarify real
I
quick
think it's
before you
healthy.
get started.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the death of these coins, but the understanding of the public of the real world use of these coins, that they're mainly going to serve as gas fees and things like that, not as an actual currency.
Okay. So they'll lose like their initial utility, is what you're saying, and then just become more so
Yes,
trading type of fiat in a way.
exactly.
Okay. So for me personally, um, I'm gonna. I don't necessarily believe that fully. At least within the short term. Long term, who knows? Obviously, a lot of crazy stuff can happen, and things can definitely change for the craziest move like that. But I think we need to normalize. This is just my point I wanted to share here. I think we need to normalize freely talking about bad things, companies that even if you're invested in, talk about it openly to share what your thoughts are about it. I think there's a lot of unhealthy positioning where people think that just because they buy XRP, that they can't criticize anything that happens. And I used to be in that mindset years ago, and then started to change, especially over the past year, since like last year, beginning of year. Just like my sentiment has changed to where I'm like, why can't we, as those who are literally funding what they're doing, speak up about what exactly we find a little offsetting or not the healthiest move, or kind of a little sleight of the hand. Watch this handle, I do this with the other hand. And look, I'm an XRP for the long haul, me personally. Full disclosure, but I still have a lot of criticisms against Ripple and the way that they function things. One of the biggest things that really turned me off, and maybe a lot of people here felt the same way, was when they did the whole Ripple Day or XRP Day, whatever they communicated. You know what I mean? They made it seem like they were going to announce the drop of the case. They were literally hinting towards it. They had all these different little posts from David Schwartz, from Brad Garlinghouse himself, and it was just, I don't know. And then it's almost like they built it up for this big crescendo moment. Everyone's waiting. I'm live streaming. I'm talking with people. I'm like, hopefully we'll see something good from this. And that was for me, I think that was the death of relying on dates. I think that's one of the biggest letdowns I've felt from Ripple so far. And look, I'm still in it. Like I said, I still believe it has potential as of now. We'll find out if things continue to change. But as of right now, I'm long-term holding. But that has been probably one of the most detrimental days to my faith in dates actually being an important thing, besides dumping the market.
Yeah,
that's me.
I agree. I agree with that sentiment. Like, I'm going to keep a moon bag, but I used to keep a majority of my holdings in XRP. And what I've done is I now have my moon bag for XRP, and I may put more in it potentially when I see it's about to do things like it is today. But it's not going to be my main bag anymore because of this, what it keeps happening. And because it keeps happening, I'm like, okay, this is a safe indication that we're going to stay above $2 for a while. But it's also an indication of distrust. So I am more cautious now with XRP. And that's why, we're looking into new projects, such as SXT, which looks really promising. I'm looking for, these new things to look at. I'm also looking into Bitcoin because I do have a bias with what's going on with Bitcoin and Tether, but I think that won't play a role this bull cycle.
Yeah, I think that's still a little ways away.
Yeah, it's a long time.
I think they're waiting for more countries to get involved.
Exactly, and I think you're 100% correct on that. But I mean, we're looking into this one. This is a Butthole Coin. It is bottomed out.
Wait, what? Is this a play off a fart coin or something?
Yeah, so this is Butthole Coin. So
it's really bottomed, yeah.
It's bottomed out.
Literally.
So, but I think, it has a potential to make a comeback because of its name, and it could be fun, and do I think that it has any utility? No, but I'm going to put a little bit in it and see what happens, because it's at the bottom. Even if it just runs up another one of these, little spikes, that's a little bit of money to be made, and I'll easily take my money out when it spikes because I won't be in fear like XRP that I'm going to miss out on something,
Yeah.
So,
you know what? The whole, coins changing their utility as time goes on to being more like a form of paying gas fees and whatnot. I think meme coins honestly are just going to live on forever. I think that's the downside to meme coins.
Oh yeah,
there's not going to be any killing them unless they make them illegal, and then they'll get even more popular.
I will always hold at least one fart coin just so I can say I'm holding a fart.
You know what? I might actually start buying some on the dip.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like those are great. Those will be timeless.
Because that thing runs.
Yeah, those will be timeless, man, and will always be a fun joke. People will buy them to send to their friends as gifts. Here, I bought you a
Back
fart.
in my day.
Yeah. I
Oh my
remember
goodness,
you
man.
said
Yeah,
it before on your live. You're like, imagine creating generational wealth from fart coin.
I bet there already is. I bet there's already people who did it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Somebody who threw in right at the start. And the sad part is literally I saw Fartcoin when it was like, I think it was less than 50 million market cap. Because I was deeply into meme coins at that moment. I got to Chill Guy, got a nice little return there, put it into Chill Girl, dropped hard.
Yeah.
And then, just learning the meme coin methods and whatnot. Definitely lost more than I put in for meme coins, that's for sure.
Oh, for
And
sure.
I was just at that point where I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna play these penny slots anymore.
Yeah, I get it, man. And you know what I've noticed with the meme coins is, um, for every 10 people that tell me, or for every one person that tells me that they made a lot of money off of a meme coin, I hear 10 to 100 people tell me that they lost big on it. And what I believe
Yeah,
is the
100.
one person that is saying they made a bunch of money is trying to hype it up so they can get out.
Fartcoin's gonna run.
Yeah, it's gonna run. And I think, and that's another thing, like Solana, for instance. Solana has been deemed the meme coin platform. And so that being said, if you ask me, that's not good for Solana. But Solana, they basically said that meme coins are collector's items, and that's what they are for me. I'm buying collector's items because I want to be able to say I'm holding a fart. That, and I think that's why
You've been
fart
holding
coin will always be valuable at some point, just because of that joke. When it has something substantial behind it, in that manner of like comedy will drive value into something that is a collector's item. So I think that it's a solid thing to hold because I think fart jokes have been around for centuries and they're not going away anytime soon.
I mean, yeah, they've been around for a very long time. I
Yeah,
think one of a gesture, a gesture, gesture. What's the
Jester,
clown guy's name?
Jester.
Jester. There was this one guy who apparently had so much money because the king loved when he would do this quote unquote joke where he farted, burped, and like did something else at the same time, and the king would just ask for that, and he would just do it, and he got like this huge inheritance from the king.
Oh my
Can you imagine
god.
that?
But yeah,
That's nuts.
that's the world we live in. So I get it. And I think it's great. By the way,
Those are narratives we should start playing.
if you're looking at XRP right now, it looks like we're getting a bit of a pullback. We've definitely got some heavy wicks here, but I do think it could potentially do more, because diamond tops, or bottoms, when they move, it's a lot of push upward. So if you haven't gotten in, I would say let's go more to the 5 minute and see here that a price correction is coming, and you may have another opportunity to get in at the low at
Double tap.
245 ish. It could potentially go lower, and it could go all the way to this blue line, 235 ish. But as time runs on, this line gets further, but I would expect the diamond top to play out within the next day or two. And the only thing that's going to stop it would be Bitcoin. And I want to look at Bitcoin on the lower time frame as well. Because Bitcoin's kind of in this is bullish. So this is an ascending triangle pattern, and this will break up out of here. I wouldn't say it's a bull flat or a bull pennant. This is an ascending um, an ascending triangle. So this is bullish.
What time frame?
This is in the 5 minute.
Okay.
So if you're looking to get into Bitcoin, your entry point is basically where it's at now and as low as 111.095 is what I would say. To get in before it breaks up, because these patterns never make it out to the tip. It'll probably break here. This would be Friday at around 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's the opening of the day candle on Friday. So the opening of Friday's day candle, you heard it here first, will be the breakout for Bitcoin to start moving up towards the 115K mark.
It was like 120 was the next major one on the Fibonacci when I was looking at last time. But 115 sounds nice too.
Well, the reason I say 115 is because it's a psychological number, so it may flag there again and continue up. But I try to, like I said, I don't use the indicators. I'm using psychology to grasp where I think it's going to go based off of, one, I'm looking at the size of the flag, how much it's been moving up, to where the next potential flag would be formed. And I would say that's about 115K. And that would be a psychological zone. 115. Those 10s and 5 numbers will always be psychological zones. Round numbers, repeated numbers. So if it's going to 13, it'll go to 1333. If it's going to 14, it'll go to 1444. And
it did
so
stop
on and
at
so
111.
Yeah, exactly. We're at 111 right now. That's just psychological trading at its finest. So that's, when you're putting in your price points, don't just put in, 444 or whatever. You want to, bump it, if it's going up, obviously you want to bump it down a little bit. If it's going up, you want to, or going down, you want to bump it up a little bit. So you make sure your limit orders fill. But don't be too greedy. You can't catch the tip of every wick. Obviously, we catch a lot of wicks here on this show. But don't be too greedy. We just want to catch some of that wick. Focus on the shaft, not the tip so much.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to blow your wad.
Oh my god.
We're having fun, man.
I do got to get going here.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you having me up, man, and this was fun. Being able to do this.
Oh, the management's in here yelling at me.
Yeah. Oh boy. The families.
Yeah. You can't say that.
But yeah, I just wanted to say thanks, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you're doing. I think it's honestly awesome that you put a team together. You're still growing it and looking to do some major moves within just even the influence in the market, And I think it's an awesome thing that you're doing for the community, for yourself, for those who are working for you. It's hard to find jobs out there, and you're one of the people providing jobs for people, so that's awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just wanted to give you a shout out to your own people. If you guys actually want to support Austin on TikTok, literally what you do is not just likes, not just shares, but the very top left where you see his name, if you click on that heart right there and you join in the stream team like that, and this is not a shill, this is just me telling you, this is for anybody you watch. But if you click that heart and it's just one coin, it's like less than a penny to send that each stream, the more you do that consistently, TikTok will push that person up more to bigger crowds because they see, hey, these people are not just showing up. They're not just bots. They're not, they're actually here showing support. And so that's going to be one big way you can show your love and support to Austin. He's an awesome guy. I really do appreciate him and his insights and his information in the community. And it's rare, honestly. It's rare coming across people who actually have integrity with the way they come across with stuff, and his indication is himself when it comes to the market. His brain is the indicators,
Thank you.
and so it's an awesome thing to see, man. And I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too as well. You actually inspired me to start this show. When I came on your live as a guest, I was like, you know what, I need to be doing this, and you have been my inspiration since day one.
Oh man, you don't have to say that.
I
Makes
I
me feel all
I mean
mushy.
it. I mean it,
Thank
bro.
you, man. I appreciate that.
Nothing but love to you always. Um, I know there was a time there where when I was first getting started, I was a little pushy with getting the shout outs from you, man.
No, no,
I
it's all good.
apologize.
It's all good. I probably
Um,
would have done the same thing.
yeah, yeah. But
I've done that in the past with YouTube stuff. It's perfectly fine.
yeah,
Uh,
man. But
and that's what I noticed. Your intentions were honestly to make something of it, because I have lots of DMs. I have lots of people hop into stuff and ask for things and whatnot. But I saw that your intentions were not in a way where you're just trying to take advantage of stuff, and you actually want to grow something of actually informing people and helping them. And that's when I was like, why am I resisting this? Why is this my resistance level?
right, right.
And it took you hitting that resistance level a couple times for me to be like, you know what, this guy, he's not that bad.
Well, thanks, man.
And now we broke off on the top side.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel it's grown into a friendship, and we support each other's lives constantly. I'm always in your live, liking as often as I can. I don't generally get up early that often, but when I know you're going to be live, I make sure I get up early and I come and engage when I can. So
I appreciate it, man.
yeah, I
Seriously,
appreciate
thank
you too. And I'm starting a new trend right now on TikTok. So start
Oh,
spreading this in your Discord everywhere you go. Um, the censorship on TikTok is absolutely atrocious right now, and
yeah.
a lot of
I can't even talk
creators,
in DMs.
yes, a lot of creators are struggling right now, and I'm working with several other creators right now to band together for us to start a campaign to support each other's lives and to share each other's audiences with each other and grow a bigger community through this way. Just by going into your lives and going through your For You and find somebody who's going lives, only got a couple people watching, start liking it, start, follow them, get them to follow you back, send them gifts, and have them come onto your show and reciprocate that in the same way. And if we
Yeah,
band together as creators in this way, we will not be held down. So
yeah,
we need to
yeah,
come
man. I
together
completely agree.
as a creator community, because I tell you what right now, because shows like yours and mine, we are speaking the truth, and they do not want that right now. But if there's a
It's so odd,
demand,
man.
if there
But
is
yet
a
it's not.
yeah, if there's a demand from the people, it will happen. And if the creators all come together and band together and do this, they won't be able to stop it.
Yeah. I mean, if the platform's not going to support you, then you have to do it with the community, right? I mean, you
Ex-
should anyway with the community, but especially if there's a community, the platform's going to stifle things. Literally, I was talking in chat with Caveman. You know Caveman, right?
oh yeah, I know Caveman.
Yeah. So I was talking with Caveman. I typed one thing. I think I said something about buying or selling Bitcoin, something like that. And literally, it said that my message was not good. It did not send it. And I was like, but I didn't say anything about like having to buy it, or whatever. I was just talking like just it was just conversation about people buying or selling. And so I guess maybe it's a protection thing, but I hate the censorship. Just let us talk. And they should do a better job at just banning fake accounts.
Right.
Dude, it's so simple.
I don't think it's mainly
Literally.
that though. I don't think it's about fake accounts. I think it's more about controlling the narrative. Like we talked about
Yeah.
Bitcoin, I think they want us to only say good things about Bitcoin. Here I am. I'm posting Bitcoin. I'm saying it's bullish. I'm saying that we're going to do these things. A couple days ago, I was like, be prepared for a potential of a triple top, double top at all time high point and come back down. Be
Hmm.
aware that that could happen. And, we were down to, 1 to 2 viewers because of that after that. But now we got a rocket ship here, and the sentiment has changed, and we're getting more viewership. Obviously, you're here supporting the show, which is driving a lot in. But we're definitely hitting a struggle, because I was averaging about 200 to 400 viewers alive and about 200 subscribers, and I've lost about 50% of my subscribers, and I'd say I've lost about 70% of my viewership. So,
Wow.
yeah, the suppression is real. Part of it is it's, the censorship. I'm telling the truth here. But
Yeah,
I believe that the truth will prevail, and I believe that
exactly.
if we continue to band together and do things like we're doing right now, we're working together. I'm coming into your live too, and I'm helping point out patterns and stuff.
Yeah,
More minds is better, and we're going to create wealth for people by doing this, and that's what it's really about, is helping each other.
exactly. If we're doing this for the community, then collaboration and actually sharing ideas, sharing progress, sharing where we think that something's a fake out or a push, I think that's going to be better off for those who are tuning in. That's going to be the best scenario for them and for us as a community to grow, and not just number wise, not just likes, follows, subscribers, but also actual generational wealth potentially, for some of the people that are listening in that have those moves to be able to make. And I think that's an awesome position to be in. And I don't care if I'm anonymous mostly, and that people can't really tie it back to me as far as like if I was to say something, they made a lot of money from it. Cool, that's awesome. That's on you. Great job.
Right.
And so I'd rather do that and be rewarded later on in life. You know what I mean? I'd rather give to people without having expect anything in return. And along with that, I've been honestly really considering just making like VIP stuff only for if you just want to talk privately, not even like for information. I want the information to be more free.
Right.
And I don't, when I started, I was like, maybe I put some time into this, maybe I'll make a couple extra bucks. And I was like, I don't know. I felt weird about it. And I'm not saying this against anybody. Charge what you want to. That's perfectly fine. But for me personally, my goal in this is to help inform people. So what's one way to do that is to not create barriers.
Right.
And of course, if it's extra time, if it's one-on-ones, that's a different story. You're creating some real value for the person, actually having them ask questions. But for information that's already out there on the internet, I'm just trying my best to figure out what that, I'm still navigating it, is what I'm trying to say. And I
Yeah.
really do, I do want to make a good difference in the community, even if it's just a couple people here and there that I made an impact on. And
Right.
so I appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you're doing.
I appreciate you
And
too.
the truth will prevail,
Yes, it will.
regardless of what governments or platforms that are maybe controlled by governments want to do. I mean, think about the best interest of, this is a little thing I'll leave you with, right? Is who potentially is the holder of TikTok, and whether it's one country or the other country, Bitcoin's an interest to both of them. And so the last thing they want is for that information to be slowed down, or for any kind of talk that's about price potentially dropping. So
Right.
I see what they're trying to protect their best interests, but at that effect, they're also affecting other people's livelihoods and whatnot.
Right. And I know
But hey,
firsthand
man,
a lot of
hopefully,
our subscribers here have regained their 401ks back. They're doing exponentially better. There several of you. There's, I'd say, about 15 of you that message me almost every single day and take advantage of the coaching. And it's amazing to see how much you've all grown. And that's the whole point, is to grow in this as a community. So thank you, Mega, for coming on. I appreciate having you
absolutely,
here.
man.
And we're going to get back into the news. And I got a bunch of low market cap coins we're going to be looking into, new projects. As you know, we found SXT, which is a beautiful
Cup
project
and
that,
handle.
yeah. And
That's exactly it. I'm gonna
so
get some of that.
yeah, definitely. This is a good buy. We got in at the low. If you're a subscriber, you would have got that alert to buy between 10 and 11
There you go.
cents. And that was it. That was the bottom, and it took off, and a lot of people made a lot of money here. And also, we have an email alert system. So if you're a subscriber,
Nice.
TikTok does suppress the subscriber videos. And so by signing up for the email list, you can get alerts to those, and you can customize your alerts to make sure that they go off. Maybe something you might want to consider, Mega, because also it drives people to put your name in the search bar and find your account and seek out those videos, which helps the algorithm exponentially. Just a little FYI.
Yeah.
It is expensive though. Right now I'm paying somebody to manage it. I do want to eventually get a automated system, but right now I'm paying someone to manage it. So I'm charging $1.99 for it. But
that's not that much.
Yeah, you inspired me with it today about helping the community. So as of June 1st, I'm going to be offering that for free for 1 month for you to try out. So if anybody wants to try it, you get a free month subscription to the email list. So message me. You have to be a subscriber though. But if you're a subscriber, you can direct message me, and I will sign you up on the email list for free. For those of you that did already pay to sign up, you will be receiving next month for free. And thank you for those of you who are already on it and support. So I appreciate you all very much. And thank you, Mega, for coming on. I'm not gonna keep you any longer.
No, it's perfectly fine. I appreciate it though. But yeah, man, I'll let you go. You guys have a great night. Thanks so much again. And real quick, how can somebody figure out about the subscription, whether it's paid or for free? Do you have a website or a central location we could potentially see that?
So deluxe subscribers can message me directly. And so you can send me a direct message as a deluxe subscriber. And with that coaching that you get as well, I will send you all the information about how it's billed. But basically, it's through Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. And that's billed once a month. But next month will be free on the house. So if you want to sign up, try it out for 1 month for free. Go ahead and just message me on TikTok your email. Mega,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's cool of you to do that.
Yeah, and Mega, I'd offer it to you for free, but unfortunately, the videos are for subscribers only. So
that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you got to be a subscriber. But I'll tell you what, the people that are getting those videos, we are calling the price points on all these projects 2 fractions of a cent every single day. Every single day. I don't know how I do it, but I do. So definitely something to, if you're looking to day trade, it's something you want to be into for sure. But yeah, thank you, Mega.
I'm definitely going to do that. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming on, and we'll do this again for sure. I definitely want to come on your show again.
Yeah,
we'll do it again for sure.
It's good to see your face, by the way. Yeah, I like your setup.
Thanks, man.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night. Well, that was amazing, guys. Hope you all loved and enjoyed that. We got a ton of gifts to go over. Holy cow. Let's run through these here. Henry sent, Censored by TikTok sent a TikTok. Henry sent 22 goats. TikTok seller sent, wait, I lost it. 96 roses. Dusty sent, what does it say? Dang it. It's got a thing in the way now. Dusty sent, crap. I lost it. There it is. Dusty sent, love you so much. TikTok seller sent 10 roses. Guinea Marie sent 1 hat and mustache. Mr. Zines with 50 TikToks. Guinea Marie with a tiny dino and 1 confetti. Vint Noor with the 10 goats. Let's see here. Guinea Marie with a little crown and a gold medal. Censored by TikTok with 1 rose and censored by TikTok with 26 lightning bolts. TikTok seller with 11 roses. Guinea Marie with 25 goats. Be the Change sent to Mega 1 crane. Be the Change sent Henry 3 let 'em cooks. Lebo sent 1 rose. Be the Change sent a money gun. Censored by TikTok with 35 lightning bolts. Jessica Puentes sent 4 roses. TikTok seller sent 2 roses. Henry sent 1 goat. TikTok seller sent 20 roses. Guinea Marie sent a cat, 5 cats. Mother Dragon sent a heart me. TikTok seller sent 2 let 'em cooks. TikTok seller sent 7 roses. Mother Dragon sent Mega Crypto. Looks like a hand hearts. Jessica sent 5 puff hearts. TikTok seller sent 1 rose. Mr. Zine sent 20 TikToks. Real Rusty sent 1 heart me. Guinea Marie sent 10 Oz. Censored by TikTok sent 25 goats. Henry sent 1 heart me. Nate sent 3 goats. Guinea Marie sent 4 Oz. Guinea Marie sent a hat and mustache. Guinea Marie sent 16 roses. Real Rusty sent 1 rose. Censored by TikTok sent 25 lightning bolts. And Mr. Zine just sent 21 TikToks. Thank you all so much for the overwhelming support. You all are amazing. And we are at over 100,000 likes right now. Thank you all so much for the overwhelming support. You guys are incredible. It's about 8:30. We got some time to go through some stuff. I did have some news to cover, but we're going to speed through it real quick, and we'll probably go over a little bit. The staff is not happy about it right now. Yes, we're going to go a little bit late tonight. Let some people jump on the live. Yeah, go ahead if you want to come on and talk. You know what? We can save the news for another day, but I do want to take time to go over some technical analysis for a few projects that have been recommended to us. So we're gonna open up the floor for people to come in and talk. If you want to come on and talk, but we're gonna cover those new coins at the end. So I'll make sure I save. We'll go over like 15, maybe 20 minutes, and we'll cover some new coins. In the meantime, let me pull up those meme coins. Where are they at? So this is based off of TikTok, or not TikTok. This is ChatGPT. I said, give me a list of cryptocurrencies with a low market cap that have utility that are potentially at a bottom price right now, expecting to take off in the near future based on charts, not anyone's opinion, and tell me their utility. All right. Mr. Zines, thank you for the 23 TikToks. Looks like we're not getting anybody on as a guest. If you wanna be a guest, send an invite and I'll bring you on. So here's some market coins. So this is STBU. This is a $22.9 million market cap. It's Stobox token. The utility provides tokenization service for real-world assets, enabling business to digitize and manage securities on the blockchain. Technical insight: after a significant drop in 2022, STBU experienced a resurgence between November 2023 and 2024, moving from a low 1 cent to a high 0.2 cents. This indicates a strong recovery potential for further growth. So let's take a look at that. Filecoin. All right, we'll look at Filecoin as well. But let's look at this one. Let's look at this one here first. STBU. STBU. And I'll do a little technical analysis and tell you what I think. Stowbox token. It's another tether one. But I don't think the tether is going to be a problem. So short term, this would be okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. ChatGPT coming in clutch. So this was April, and it's hit the bottom here. So this could potentially pump in September, November one more time. It probably won't pump as much. Let's see what it's done in the past. Obviously here it pumped, it died, it got one more, and then it died out. And then it looks like it pumped, it died out, and it pumped one more time, but really hard. So this looks like one cycle right here, and these generally get two. So I would say it's safe to assume that it's going to get another one, and if not, it could get one in another year or so. But this is bottomed out for sure. I would say your entry point for the low bottom is going to be, this one would be 006, 007. That would be your low entry point. Your high entry point would be at where it's at right now, at 013. Mystery coin 7000X. Oh my God.